What's up, my people? Colin F Watson in the house. I wanted to guys give you an update and follow up. We had some people ask me on my channel, how did the competition go? Competition was 3 weeks ago today, and happy to say that I showed up. I did my thing. Definitely was nervous, first time I've ever done any kind of competition, physique competition. And I ended up last minute adding another category, the 35 plus, and I was registered for the 40 plus. And little did I know when I signed up for the show, 6 months ago, that it was probably one of the biggest shows, because those who took first place will actually be going to Vegas for the pro card, and that's the internet, the biggest international show they have for this part of the season. So it was a big crowded place, a lot of people going on, and I placed third for 35 plus and fifth for 40 plus. Came home with 2 trophies, unexpected. The reward for me was just for me being a man of my word and making my transformation. I think by the time I hit show, I was like 6 3/4% body fat from, I think, 28% body fat when I started my transformation, which is pretty impressive. And my stage weight was 189. I hadn't been in the 180 since I was in high school. So needless to say, 57, I was definitely the oldest competitor in the group by at least 10 years. I think the next guy was 47. That was young. The next oldest guy was 47. So all in all, it turned out to be a pretty enlightening experience. It was a very nervous experience and stressful experience, because the day of the show, my coach had some family issues and had to go back to Brazil for 2 months. So the last 2 months of my prep, I was kind of just learning from YouTube, and I had a couple guys in the gym who were giving me advice, but I had a lot of chefs in the kitchen, so it made it difficult for me to trust any one path. And since I'd never gone down to this low body fat, I'd never done water loading and cutting in this level, I really didn't know what I was doing. So by 48 hours before show day, I was panicking because I didn't think I was lean enough. I didn't think I was dry enough. And lo and behold, Saturday morning when I woke up out of bed about 5:30 in the morning, I looked the best I've looked in my life. I could say that I can remember. I can't remember how I looked like when I was in my teens and my 20s playing football, but actually I'm a bigger guy today than I was when I was in high school and college. So I want to say my life. And the day of the show was a little stressful, because literally paying attention to the rules, following the categories, trying to figure out when to pump up, not to pump up too early, too late. I was afraid to eat because I was so lean, and that kind of probably went against me, because I had a small meal in the morning, like 6 a.m. Had a lox bagel and cream cheese in the morning, and then I had a little bit of candy later in the morning. But really, I should have been pounding the sugar before the show, or pounding the carbs before the show, and I just was afraid to, because didn't want to fill out the wrong way. And actually, I started to get a little less lean as the morning went on. It's freaking me out, but lo and behold, you know what? I did my best. I suited up. I showed up. I did the training. 16 weeks of Shredsville definitely transformed my body. Right now, I'm about 8.5% body fat. I've hydrated back up to about 198. So I'm under 200 still, and this is where I want to stay. And this is what I'm working on. So I'm still in the gym here right now. I challenge my people to do a 30-day challenge, 30-day gym live challenge, where they come to the gym and they do a live, telling why they're here, what they're doing, what's their purpose, what's their why, what they're working on for the day. Share some words of wisdom as their journey gets longer. So we're on, today is day 19 or 20, I believe, of our 30-day challenge. So I've been here doing cardio every single day for the last 20 days post-show. I train 5 days a week since the post-show. My diet has gone back to my normal keto diet, and feel good. Feels good not to be dieting, so now I'm not doing 30 grams of carbs. I'm not trying to super cut, so I have anywhere from 50 to 100 grams of carbs on my diet. Still 65, 25, 10, does that math come out? 65, 70, yeah, 90, 10. So 65, 25, 10 is pretty much my macro count. Keto works for me just because I like a lot of flavor in my food. I like to be able to snack on stuff, so I can snack on things that, on healthy fats. almonds, nuts, actually even pork rinds. Give me a crunch throughout the day if I want them. So it's been a journey. And I gotta tell you that what I didn't take into consideration when I chose to do the 16 weeks of Shredsville was the fatigue that was going to set in during the challenge, during the journey, and that tiredness made it difficult for me to work the way I normally work, put out content the way I normally put out content, even with my wife and my family, shut down dining out and, weekend cocktails and Sunday brunch. And so it took a toll on my wife, and she had to finally tell me, like, next time you plan on doing something like this, don't make it a one-sided conversation. We need to bring your tribe in here and say, this is what's going on. How's it going to affect you? Are you down with it? And she's absolutely right, because I always thought about, I needed something that scared the shit out of me enough, and it would motivate me enough to push through the pain, push through the back pain, push through just the days where you felt fatigued and tired. And since I told all of you I was going to do this show, there was no backing out for me. And when my buddy said, you could come up with a million reasons why you didn't do the show, especially you're still limping, still got nerve damage, I see you're still in pain some days. He goes, nobody would have blamed you. And I said, but that's not living in integrity with yourself. You say you're going to do something, and you especially put it out to the universe, and that's why I put it out to the universe. I need to be backed into it. I don't have the world's greatest willpower. People think because I'm #1 AC diet coach in the world that somehow I'm superhuman. Hell no. I just went to Palm Desert, La Quinta, with my family for a 4-day weekend. And I had my grandkids, and they were there, and my kids were there. And then all of a sudden the chips came out, and the Cheez-Its came out, and all of a sudden the ice cream bars, all this junk that I don't normally have in my house, surrounded by it. And sure enough, I was eating it. But I knew once I got back Sunday night, come Monday morning, I fasted for 24 hours. I did a little bit of a fat fast for 24 hours. So I had a little bit of fat, about 300 calories of fat, and water. And then I had a intermittent fasting again. So I ended up fasting for about 30 hours. And that 30-hour fast and the big meal at the end of the day dialed me back in, and I'm back on track. So I know my limitations. So I know when I step out the game, but if it's 1 day, 2 days, or 4 days, or a week, I know I have to immediately get back on track. Otherwise, you can start letting it get away from you. And a lot of guys who do these shows, guys and gals who do these type of shows, you're deprived for so long, they get so lean. Then they come out and you have your lucky carb up meals you can have first, that's the day of the show, the day after the show, and all of a sudden they get carried away and they hydrate up 20, 25 pounds. Not even hydrate up, they gain 25 pounds. And then they have to go back, then they wait around till showtime again to cut. I didn't want to do that. I'm definitely, focusing back on my businesses and my family, and making up for that lost time. But if I want to do a show again, I want to start at 8% and go, 9%, and then go down to 6% for the show. I don't want to have to do that journey I did last time, that 16 weeks of Shredsville. It was tough. It was hard showing up twice a day in the gym, hard eating fish and broccoli and eating cauliflower and asparagus, and turkey and a little bit of beef in the beginning, but then it went all the fish and turkey at the end. And the meals were just not fun anymore, to say the least. But I just wanted to fill you guys in that I did complete my 16 weeks of Shredsville journey. I'll post a picture as a thumbnail to this video, what I looked like on stage. And just know I appreciate you guys watching and asking and being a part of that, because you were part of my accountability group. I knew you were there. I knew you were wondering if I was going to complete what I said I was going to do. So I knew that I had to live up to my expectations for me and for you. So I just want to shoot this quick video. I'm coming back now full force with tons of ACG and non-ACG related videos. I'm pouring out the content again, guys. I know that for those of you who love the channel, and if you need, you deserve more consistent content. So I'm going to go old school and cover some old school ACG stuff, just basics for the basic audience out there that doesn't know about ACG. And then I'm going to give you my specific stuff I do, like my keto hack, ACG keto hack, which is just going nuts out there. People love it so much. And my phase 3 2.0, which is the carb backloading maintenance protocol. Women will love it. They'll get shredded. And then also my Shredsville protocol for those athletes out there that they were like me, that were injured, had a setback, got out of the game, once competed before or once was in a phenomenal shape before, and now you're sitting in a body you just don't even recognize and you want to weigh back. That's where I'm going to help you get to. I've walked the walk, I've done the labor, I've done the time, and I've proven that it's possible. And when you see my before picture, post back surgery, first day in the gym a year ago, June, to what I look like today, I think it's pretty remarkable considering the obstacles I had in front of me. And if I can do it, you can do it. And I'm here to walk you through it and hold your hand and show you that it's possible. So stay tuned for those videos. And if you like this video, guys, please thumbs up me, share me, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to get my thumbnails on there. I'll have my channel completely revised, where I'll remind you to hit that bell when I put on a new video and subscribe to the channel. And if you like this, please share it. Otherwise, guys, take care. Finish up my cardio here, then go hit the weights. I appreciate you. Namaste. Enlighten me. Meets and sees and greets the amazing light in you. Peace.